Coming up on the June 2020 episode of Could Be Better. You gotta move all those balls.
No. Oh, I thought you were going to say, when you have a Mo who designs the shoes, he says, girl, put in disco balls. As a person who has entertained at least once, it's the best. This patio isn't even as nice as my patio.
Shades of white.
I'm lost. I'm literally lost at this point.
You can't make this shit up.
Hey, I'm Rob Conlon.
And I'm Jay Dewey.
And this is Could Be Better.
The podcast where we pour drinks.
We spill the tea.
About what we really think.
About this month's issue.
Of Better Homes and Gardens magazine.
Yes. June. Pride Month.
June, the Pride issue.
Pandemic. Black Lives Matter.
Exactly.
Who knows what else?
I know.
It's all addressed in this month's episode.
Right.
Episode of.
Yes, I love the article on how to riot in the streets. I'm kidding.
I know, but how? What about the juxtaposition of that, right?
Yeah.
I have posts on my social media about how to be safe when protesting, right? How to, protect yourself from tear gas. How to, make sure that you, in the pandemic, don't get too close to somebody else, and then at the same time, we're still gardening. Right?
But you need an outlet. You need something to do.
Oh, no. I'm saying, life still goes on, even with all this other shit happening, right? Yeah. Like you still have all this stuff that your regular life still has. Now, granted, we still have gardens, we still have flowers. That's a privilege that a lot of folks don't have.
Yes.
And so our balance is we're recording a podcast in a pandemic. So here we are in June.
It's June, once again, Pride Month.
Pride Month. There's a hint at that. A couple.
Yeah. But it's also the how to decorate your patio issue. Which we get every
year. It's true. We do have that. So should we start with our cocktails or what we think about the cover? Oh, look at yours is tall,
Mine's
you like
tall.
your men.
Yep.
Mine's it floated to the bottom already, but the picture I took is much better.
All right.
So what's yours? You go first.
Mine, well, I was inspired by the recipe for strawberry mint lemonade. Which was a mocktail.
Yes.
Of course, but this is not a mocktail. But I did make a strawberry lemonade simple syrup. And I got some a Grand Gala in there, which is like a orange flavored liqueur, and some seltzer, and it feels very summery. What do you have?
I have. I'm now serving floral infused cocktails. So as soon as it came in this month, and right in the little bottom corner, it says, now serving herb infused cocktails. I was like, hot damn. In my basement, I have vodka that I'm infusing with lilac.
Wow.
And I pulled it out tonight. It still has a little bit more time to go. It's supposed to infuse for about 4 weeks. It's only about 2.5 weeks in. So we've done a lot of herbs and florals before, but I only this year discovered that lilacs are edible. So I took the blossoms, stuffed them in a jar of vodka, and it comes at, well, it's a little bit more orange because of what I added to it, but it comes out orange, not purple like you would think. Yeah. And so we sort of taste tested it. It's lilac is it's earthier. So I'm sure you've had like lavender infused vodka.
Yes.
And it's like lavender. This is I kept saying to the guys, it sort of tastes like they look, not like they smell. Like it tastes like earthy and round. And so I had a hard time figuring out what to mix with it. So I settled on another fruit that we had in the house, which is nectarine.
Oh.
So I sort of did like a twist on a vodka sour. I muddled the nectarine with a little bit of lemon and some simple syrup and put in my lilac-infused vodka and then topped it off with 2 hits of rhubarb bitters.
Wow.
So I got to come up with a name for this concoction. Okay. But it's a lot more complicated than what they offered us in the magazine. That's just my way. Right. So cheers.
Cheers. Clink, clink.
Clank, clank. I have no name for it. Lilac lament. I don't know. We're kind of lilacs lament. Should I be protesting in the street? Should I be going back to work?
Should I be organizing a socially distant pride parade?
Right. So much to decide. So that's where I'm at. Lilacs.
All right.
All the rage. I'll save some so that when we're together again, you can actually taste it.
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah.
I've never tasted that. What did you think of the cover?
Can I tell you the truth? I was like getting prepped for tonight, and I thought to myself, "Oh my God, I didn't even think about the cover at all." So I don't know what that means. I mean, it's pretty.
It's very pretty. It's a little entertaining shot of some citrus and some lovely flowers and purple glasses. I thought it seemed rainbow-ish.
Yeah, it was. It's lavender-ish, so I didn't know if you were gonna love that. But it feels fresh and sunny.
That may just be suggestion. Word. No, but it does seem fresh and sunny. I'll give them that.
It's the description of this floral arrangement later on that really just sets it apart from all others. I was like, it's like, cut some flowers, put them in a jar. They look like they're freshly cut and put in the jar. I'm like, that's what you just did. Like, anyway,
that's pretty much a
they look fresh and casual, like you just cut them from your yard.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you just did. Unless people are literally going out and buying Queen Anne's lace, which just is stupid to me. But anyway.
Yeah, when it grows by the side of the road, that seems stupid.
I have it in my hair right now.
Right.
So I thought it was bright and fresh and sunny and inviting, but it wasn't one of again, like we've mentioned some other times, I wouldn't stop at the magazine rack for this cover.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense.
I gotcha. Yep. Are you on page 4 for the editor's letter?
Editor's letter. I'm on page 4 with a tag for talk about.
Exactly. So last month you thought the editor's letter was brilliant because it was the polar opposite of everything.
Everything that's going on.
But we knew that they do this about 2 months in advance.
Right.
So it was 2 months old.
Right.
So this is more
current,
what's really going on. But he sort of admits that.
Right. And I texted you when I finally got mine. I was like, oh my God, I actually was feeling bad. I was like, I hope he didn't feel like we were tearing it apart, because we said right in the podcast that we knew this was to print months ago, but his letter did have sort of an apologetic tone to it, that is because as he said, grocery shopping is not that much enjoyable.
No. Yeah, and it is like we say pitching a ball blindly into the future, hoping you land in an okay spot. Well, last month he didn't do that, but it's understandable. Who could predict all this?
Right.
So sometimes it happens. And
it was an interesting analogy, though, right? Like throwing a ball through the window and hoping you don't harm anyone. And so I don't think he harmed anyone with the letter, right?
No.
But did you say I don't know or no?
No. No harm, no foul.
Right. But it did make me feel for him, like, there is a level of, oh gosh, like you can be way off with what's going to happen in the world in just 2 months.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I don't envy him having to write these letters every month, knowing A, that we're going to pick the shit out of them. And B, like anything could change in the blink of an eye. Like, and I think that's the lesson we've all learned, right? Anything can change.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I think he's done a good job. It's sort of juxtaposed. Here he is, the editor of a major magazine, and has the ability to do this. And as we speak, right now in the Hudson Valley, there are protests and marches for exactly who he's talking about. People who don't have this same privilege, who don't have the ability to sort of walk down the street or up their own apartment steps with an ease or a comfort that a lot of us have. The organization that I volunteer for, we're sort of focusing on, for Pride Month, making sure we're really highlighting people of color in the community. Not just the same old, remember Harvey Milk stuff, right? Like, but who were the people that threw the first bricks at Stonewall? Who are, the Harlem artists? Who were those folks that aren't really talked about in most of the corporate, slogan-y Happy Pride stuff? So it's not huge, but I think taking a conscious step is at least better than turning off the TV and pretending it's not happening.
Mm-hmm.
So are we moving on to next tags?
I think so.
Okay. Where'd you stop?
Oh, I've started page 10.
No.
So, rainbows. Hello, summer. So this,
hello, summer.
So we have a little photo shoot with some wonderful rainbow napkins and some painted rocks as paperweights. So I have a tag for love just on the fact that it's so colorful and rainbowish. And this was the gay pride page, obviously.
I had a tag for pride.
Yep. I was a little underwhelmed by painted rocks, but I like the napkins.
The napkins are fun. Lots of different bright colored cocktail napkins. I love them. We always, like, we have a, like, I don't know, hoarding problem with napkins anyway. Like, we always buy cute napkins when we see them at stores.
I think if you see cute napkins in the store, you should definitely buy them.
Right.
Don't hold back.
No.
You always.
They're usually not that much. Right. Yeah. These were totally cute, and but I did love the rock. I tagged it for love because mainly because we actually do this already. Like we just pick up a rock from the yard and put it on something that's flowing on the table.
Right.
And I thought, oh shit, I could paint that. I could like even a solid color, just make it pink or not pink. Make it lime green or something else, right? So I thought that was a nice little elevation of the everyday. And I did that.
I see.
But this was also a great craft for the kids.
This is a good craft for the kids. Yep.
Because the building the mosaic stuff is not.
No.
So, but this, like painting the rocks, I mean, if we were able to sit around at a table together and paint rocks, I would take the boys and paint rocks. So on Blackout Tuesday, what would you like to talk about? Hashtag. Let's talk about page 24 of the June Better Homes and Gardens on this Blackout Tuesday.
The Rainbow Gay Pride issue. Yes, page 24. Shades of White.
Like I'm lost. I'm literally lost at this point.
You can't make this shit up.
I am lost. What the fuck? Like, oh, I also did. I don't know if you saw my Facebook rant a couple weekends ago, watching HGTV and stuff like that, and all the people that everybody wants. Everything wants everything. Mm-hmm. Oh, I want white cabinets. I want white walls. I'm like, you people, like what the fuck? It's a whole page of white paint. The whole page.
Yeah. It's a whole article.
And it's our paint catlets to boot.
I know.
I don't know.
So I think what they were going for was similar to what we talked about last month with the undertones of your kitchen cabinets. Mm-hmm. There are warm whites, there are cool whites, blah, blah, blah. Again, if you don't know what an undertone is, you're not going to understand that there are a million different whites.
Right. But you can actually just go to the paint store and see that there are a million different whites. What they could have done, if they want to talk about cool and warm, what they could have done was taken the same color, like Cool December from Dunn Edwards, and showed us the room in different phases of the day so you understand what an undertone does.
Very good.
Right? So in the morning light, it's going to look like a fresh vanilla ice cream. But at night, it might look like a dying lilac.
Exactly.
Lilac's lament. But that's that. Like that to me is much more helpful than what they then take us into. Mm-hmm. Because how many times have you picked something out and then at some point you're like, why is this so ugly? Because you saw it only in the fluorescent light of the store, mm-hmm. right? You didn't realize that the lighting of the day is going to change the mood of your room.
Yep.
But hey, who am I?
Right. So here's what you do, listeners. When you're picking out paint at the big box store,
right?
You take your paint chip from the paint section, go down to the lighting aisle, where they have a big display of all the different temperatures of light, and try it under all those bulbs.
That is
and
brilliant.
Then which one do you like?
Right. Or which one do you like under multiple lights, right? Which one,
yes, yep.
Or which one are you like, oh, that's not really our house, but so I don't need to, like, I don't know. That's just...
Yeah. Are you on page 30?
I am on page 30.
All right.
But like I kind of went with like an overarching discussion. So I want you to go first.
Okay. So this is the renovation section. It's called Natural Selection, a little bungalow renovation. And this was one article where I really, really, really wish they had done a before and after. Because we get the after and we have no idea what it was before.
Yeah.
It's nice. I mean, the house is all white on the inside again.
Shocking.
But it's nice. At least the outside is nice. It seems like I guess they did a good job. I don't know what it looked before.
I don't know what it looked like before.
So I have no idea.
So, any of the like honest to goodness bungalows I've ever been in, the square footage is not large, right? And oftentimes there are sectioned rooms. So they definitely opened up the space, but I don't really have a good sense of what did they take this house from to make it work so good now, right? Like they talk about how much they love it, but like what, like...
we want to see the train wreck it was.
There's never a train wreck before. There's rarely train wrecks in this magazine, right? There's like, oh, you poor thing. You inherited a kitchen that only had quartz countertop and not marble, and you changed it, girl. But
I know. A boy can dream. This house looks giant.
And it's probably like 1,600 square feet, right? It's like, if that.
Yeah.
So that's deceiving. And I think, again, we could have learned more by saying, here is a 1,580 square foot house that we made look giant. Mm-hmm. And here's how. Like, here's how we did. Epic fail.
Right. I mean, on page 34, I mean, I do love this dining room because it has all these windows.
Tag for love. I love this dining room.
It's wonderful. But yeah, what was it before?
What was it before?
Any room looks better when you like quadruple the windows.
Of course, because it's just it changes the whole aspect of the space. But here's what I can tell you about how small it is, Jay, and you'll get this. This room is tiny. There is absolutely nothing but the table and chairs in the room, right? So like this room is not even big enough to have a sideboard. It's not big enough to have,
True.
a brown chest from Britain. So that's what I would love to have known about this is like are we talking about a small bedroom? Are we talking about like how big is this? Mm-hmm. It looks gorgeous with the windows, but there's nothing but the table and chairs in the room, so we have no real understanding of the depth or the size other than I'm guessing it's small. I've stopped on page 40.
Me too.
With a little pride in our life.
Yeah.
A queer couple.
Yes.
We're following them.
Joseph and Nick.
Yep. We're following them, so we better be careful.
All right. Well,
I'll wait to tell you that I hate what they did.
Do you really?
I love what they did. I hate that they put this big black box on the front of their house.
They were reclaiming their.
Oh my God, the big black. Oh, it's Blackout Tuesday. So I love the big black box on the front of their house. But
also the vertical wall of tropical plants is wonderful. But he also states because I think they're in Des Moines.
Des Moines.
For the winter, you got to bring all those plants in and put them under grow lights.
Yes.
So I don't know where I would do that in my house.
No, I mean, first of all, I'd shoot my husbands if they said we have to do this. So I did have a tag for love that I did love this. I love the concept and the space. I just don't love where it is on the property.
Okay.
And he's cute.
He's cute.
On page 42, they are talking about their galvanized steel cabinet for $79. I mean, I don't even have to turn a trick for that. I could
right. Just to have a trick.
Just I'm assuming you stopped at Double Duty.
I did. A Z page, Z1.
Z page.
You may not have this in your magazine. Double Duty. This is a kitchen makeover. We do get the before and after.
Yep.
What to say about this? Yes, Double Duty because they took over an office next to the space and built a double-sized kitchen. Where the teen daughter gets her own baking station.
As every teen daughter should.
They should, yeah.
Hello.
I would have killed for a baking station. So it's not all white.
No.
I do like the classic Parisian bistro subway tile walls.
Yeah.
So I like this a lot. My only thing is I was having a hard time kind of mentally keeping track of all these nooks and crannies they built in. Until I referred to the little diagram, I had no idea what I was looking at.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. I actually went back. So for those of you actually following with the magazine, all two of you, Z1 starts it out, and then you go to Z5, and they keep talking about sort of how they're creating these zones in the kitchen. Like I think there's 4, right? 4 zones. But I'm like, what? Huh? And then there's a diagram on Z5 in the lower left-hand quadrant that's basically maps it out for you, which would have been really helpful up front, I think.
Yes. Because
this is not your typical kitchen with a center island. There's literally... Have you watched the Great British Baking Show?
I haven't, no.
Okay, so they literally have these like baking islands, right? Like all lined up. This is what this kitchen is like: island with an island with an island, right? So it's very choppy conceptually, but it obviously works for this family. It's not an entertaining kitchen.
No.
Right.
Which is okay because one of those like House Hunters memes is, I can entertain in this kitchen. Then it's from people who would never do that.
Who never fucking entertain. No. Right? So I have an entertaining kitchen. I'm just going to say it to you folks. We created an entertaining kitchen. I will take it all back. Like, all of us are like, what a freaking mess. Because if you're actually entertaining, so here's how it works. You say to folks, we're going to have dinner, right? You don't need to bring anything. We'll have it all ready. Bitches show up with things to serve and share. And then they're like, here it is in this, but I need to warm it up in that. And then I need to plate it with this. And these are the utensils I want to use. So your kitchen becomes a disaster while you're getting to talk with everybody while you entertain. It doesn't actually work.
Nope.
It's a fantasy. I'm telling you right now, as a person who has entertained at least once, it's a fantasy. Anyway,
I agree.
Right? I mean, you don't have an entertaining kitchen, but it becomes a mess.
No. Oh, absolutely.
Like once you have friends over, which someday hopefully we will, it just, all of it becomes a mess. And so this concept of it's going to stay pretty while I like stand here like Donna Reed and talk to you while I put out the canapes. It's just, I'm not sure why we are designing around that concept. It's beautiful. I actually liked, again, it's all about the subtle suggestion. They actually introduce brown cabinetry into this space.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, they do. Yep.
It has kind of, pieces of it have a like old butler's pantry feel to it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, here's the section where I'm going to bake. Here's the section where I'm going to renovate my entire house for my teenage child who is going to move out in 4 years. But hey, kids need their things. Children need to dictate our lives.
Don't I know it?
So I'm flipping on after all that like ranting to Z8.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you.
Tell me what you think about the dining space.
I hate it. I have a tag for hate. Mostly because not so much the style. So it's this black and white horizontal stripe with a pink floral banquette. Not so much for the style. That's not my favorite thing, but it feels like it's a completely different room.
I have a tag for hate as well. Tag for hate. Surprisingly, I don't hate the black and white horizontal striped walls, but I would not do it in this space with this print, right? It's just, I was like, where are we? Like, oh, it's that kitchen for your daughter. She must love floral prints.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was weird, but it's a modern Euro style. Apparently, as we've been told.
Yep.
And on to page 54, folks.
54. I did it.
And on to page 58, folks.
So this month, Chrissy Serrano covered a wall in cork board or cork flooring underlayment or underlay. She covered the wall in cork. The whole wall.
Oh, come on. Let's be honest about what the whole wall is. The whole wall is me standing up with my arms bent at my shoulder. Like, it's not a whole wall.
She covered a part of a wall under a dormer.
Under a dormer.
Yeah. And then she hung stuff on it. So she did it. I don't know what she did, but
she did it. Who's responsible for this shit show?
There's no credit.
Of course not. Why should there be?
Admit who did that.
No, come on. Seriously, putting cork on a wall?
I know.
Come on.
I know. We get cork walls and
up.
Pussy boxes with
Oh my god. Cork walls and pussy boxes. You know what I have to say to that? Vote. Vote in November, folks. Or walls and pussy boxes. Vote.
58.
58.
Flagstone River. A little gardening section. Using flagstone for paved walkways in your garden. And the results are beautiful.
Yeah.
All kinds of different rocks you could use. Then they teach you on page 60 how to install it yourself.
I was not going to say a tag for Teach Me because I got yelled at. It was actually called out in the last podcast that I had a tag that for Teach Me.
It's a valid tag, I think. I didn't mean to discourage you from
No. Yeah, so page 60, what I actually liked about this tag for Teach Me moment was a lot of people don't know that there are natural stones in your area. So they just go to the box stores and they're like, oh, what's this? Like, I'll just put this as my patio. But I love the fact that they like highlighted a lot of stuff, particularly stuff in the Northeast, right? So number 2 on page 60 is Bluestone, which, you know, I had to tag for love because it's all over my yard. Right. And I grew up in Kingston, New York, which was like the bluestone capital. They have bluestone sidewalks in Kingston. Like, and there was quarries and there's all this history. So I love the fact that they were showing, like, you can go to your landscaping supply area and like you would ask for natural plants or that are native to your area, you could say, I would like some native stone that will actually live through the weather of your area and not break down just because it was shipped in from who knows where to your Home Depot.
Right.
If you're going to plant in between stones, buy 4 times as much as you think you need so that it actually engulfs the stone in a year or 2. Otherwise, you're going to fight the weeds the whole time.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. I think we're skipping ahead to 86.
Page 86. Is
that where you are?
Yes.
Bella Mancini, go with the flow. So, I don't know. Just a little bit of your decorate your patio.
Yeah.
Moments. I liked some bits of her style, but not all of it. She loves using wicker indoors, apparently.
I mean, who doesn't? I mean, peacock chairs, come on. They're all the rage.
I know. They're all the rage. There were some things I liked, but it's largely a white house, wicker indoors.
Yeah, I mean, I like.
Meaning, I don't know.
I mean, I totally unhated this article.
Right.
Like so.
Right. I mean, you hated it and then changed your mind?
No, I just was like, it didn't make me any better.
Okay.
So.
Fair enough.
Right? So on page 88, and like go with me on this a little bit. It's not my living room, but it's my living room. Right? So the big stone fireplace, I mean, it didn't offer me any options in life, right? It's like, add wicker? Not gonna do it. Like patterns, pillows, and maybe some curtains. Yeah, I've done that already. right? Like, oh, like a glass. So I don't have the like ghost table, but do it glass coffee table. Yeah, I have it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't hate it because it's part of my life, but it didn't make me any better. And what I want from this magazine is that I get better. I mean,
nothing here was earth-shattering.
No, I mean,
or terribly new,
or that. I mean, I would not spend time in that guest bedroom on page 91 because it's just like isn't me. But if you're giving me a free night and a cocktail, all right, I'll deal with it. But
well,
pick 10 of our friends and mush them together. This is our world, right? This is like, some people have modern furniture, some people have old china, some people have a beautiful deck, some people have a lovely guest bedroom, a great bathroom. Like, it's just not anything. I mean, what you and I have been looking for is to make us better than our friends. This doesn't do that.
Right.
This doesn't do that. Aside from this hideous, I'm telling you all, this hideous peacock chair. This is a bedroom of any one of our friends, right? On 90, in the left quadrant, there's a bathroom. It's yellow, right? Not every one of my friends have a yellow bathroom, but like a sink with storage underneath. Been there, done that.
Yeah.
So on page 91, so ugly wallpaper? Yes, we've been in guest bedrooms with ugly wallpaper. Like, flip the page to 92. This patio isn't even as nice as my patio. Like, like eclectic dinnerware with flowers cut from your garden and peaches, and like my Thanksgiving tablescape takes more than this. Cut the zinnias out of your garden. I'm just saying that if you're going to give me an article in a magazine that is about being a better home or a better garden, make it better than me. We're going on to page 95, and I'm going to be quiet so 95. Jay can edit this to something.
Here's another garden party, more outdoor entertaining. Yes, to make a bouquet that looks like it was plucked from your garden, go in your garden, pluck some flowers. Boom, done.
Cut it from your garden. Put it in a vase. It looks like it was cut from your garden. Kids today.
Yeah, this let's get some more
lots of food.
Recipes, food.
This is where my cocktail inspiration came from.
Yes. This one, yeah. So they were. I thought of that too, but they featured these Spanish-style gin tonics.
Yeah.
Which I always see on Instagram, and I always like them, but I don't like gin. So I know.
I don't like gin either. Yeah. I love herbs and florals in my cocktails. Lots of people don't remember the episode we did with when we were in P-Town, and we did the the grapefruit and rose vodka.
Yes.
Oh my God. And then we tried to drink it all weekend long. Those were the days.
I know, if we only knew how short those days would be.
Well, they're coming back.
They will.
Yeah. So So I've always liked those crazy flavors, and everyone's like, well, give me chocolate. So I thought this particular urban fused section for cocktails was amazing, especially since they give us like, here's how to have iced tea most of the time.
Yeah. Well, this was also where I got the idea for my cocktail.
Yes.
Strawberry mint lemonade.
On page 98.
Yes, but they tried doing it as non-alcoholic, but what's the point? So I add alcohol.
So we're on page 100. We're with a Midwest modern family with a husband with a shirt untucked.
Mm-hmm. As always. I tagged this for love because it's a beautiful garden and landscape. But yet again, he is a landscape designer. So it's like, of course, your yard is beautiful. And there's a lot to love here. But I did have a tag for hate on 100 only because this is one of those crazy moments where they do things in a photo that have no bearing in real life. So the family's there with their old recycled shed, and they have all of these like mirror balls on the yard, reflecting balls, which look really, really cool. But then when you gotta mow, you gotta move all those balls.
No. Oh, I thought you were gonna say when you have a Mo who designs the shoot, he says, "Girl, put in disco balls." Like I looked at this and I was like, I literally thought I'm doing this around the pool. Like I'm putting in not these globes that they bought from Magnolia Home or whatever the fuck. I'm like this. We would do this. Maybe not collect it all together at the door of the tool shed where you have to mow, but this concept is. Could you not see Jeffrey and Ross putting disco balls all around the pool?
I could.
All right.
But I hope they would put them not in a spot they have to move them constantly.
Oh, girl, you hire someone for that.
I'm sure, and then I know they do.
No, I'm just saying.
Still.
So, I totally get what you're saying. I totally think I'm going to do it. But not in this configuration. And so that has made me better.
There you go.
You could tell by looking at their daughter. This picture.
I was gonna say,
she's like, what the fuck?
Oh.
Like, I gotta sit on this ball, which isn't here normally, because you people think my dad's awesome. But you know what? I'm being schooled at home right now, and it really sucks. So shut up. I don't know. I love all of it because it's like for all those folks who always want to walk down an aisle to an altar, like there's right, there's a path.
Yeah.
There's where oh my God, what the fuck? They rent this space out. Oh my.
Right. Yes, that makes sense.
They rent it out. Yeah. That's an aisle.
Yep.
Your guests are sitting here. 102 and 103, right? Where their seating is with the like fake table with succulents. That's all stripped away, right? That's the altar. Holy fuck. We have cracked the code.
Yes, you have. Yep.
So now I hate it. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So, another thing I thought of is, and this is a huge yard, so I hope you're getting a good chunk of money to rent it out. But then this is not one of those gardens like we saw last issue. That's a profusion of color and different things. This is a very limited color palette.
Yes.
Looks like just like purple and green.
Yeah.
A little bit of silver. So it's very restrained, which works really well. Yeah, I mean, he's a landscape designer. He makes it look very doable. Like, oh, I could do this. I could manage to take care of this. No.
Actually, you could. I think any of us could on a really small scale. Like this is Expanse. But any of us could do, so he has crushed gravel for the walkway, right? He has trees lining that walkway. There's lawn, which I guess from what I've heard, no one wants anymore.
Right.
And there's like simple annual and perennial plantings that could work. On 104, they show you his enormous house and garden. But if you shrunk that down, even in a city plot, you could do the same sort of thing. Just and green space, walk space, seating space. The challenge is I don't know how to do it where I live. Right? So let's go back to the editor's letter when he said, I'm walking up the stairs and smelling all of the dinners that are being made. Where is the walking through the gardens of all of our households to make this? Right? So how do I get to, if this is the 6th floor, which is Stephen Orr, what is the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th floor to get here? That's what we're missing. So I stopped at page 120.
Me too. That's my last tag of the issue.
So don't you feel like it's anticlimactic for me?
Oh, completely.
Right.
Yeah, it's not like a nice goodbye.
No.
Farewell. It's
kind
of like oh wait, there's more. Come back. I need to tell you more stuff.
No.
I'm done.
It's like.
So my last tag of the whole issue is on that line. It's a tag for hate because she says, worst gardening advice, plant mint. I know what she's getting at, which is mint spreads like wildfire.
It does. You want some? We have a lot.
Do you?
We're trying it. We have a ton. Do you want more? We'll bring it to you.
Well, we have a developing mint plant or mint patch also. But knowing that it spreads, it's in between, it's hemmed in by concrete walkways. So
you care.
What's that?
Is it in a pot in the ground already?
No.
Pull it out. Put it in a steel pot.
It's hemmed in by 3 feet of concrete walkway.
Good luck, girl.
No. I figure if it's, we we use mint all the time in the summer. So I'm fine with growing a lot of it.
All right. Check back with me 2 years from now and say, want some? Need some? I'll cut it. Try it. Have it. Need it. I got it.
All right.
I'm not ready for this. I tried last month.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you seemed okay with it last month, but maybe not as an ongoing trend.
Yeah, I'd like. Yeah, I don't love it. This back page feature could be designers of color, queer people, gardeners, civil rights movement people that we didn't know did home design. This is a miss. It's a total miss.
Yeah. I mean, this page could be anywhere in the magazine.
Yeah.
And it doesn't
add anything.
It's not special enough to be the last page.
No. So, I'm Rob Conlon.
And I'm Jay Dewey.
And this could be better.
May your home
and your garden
be a little bit better.
With your neighbors.
And your best friends. You changed it.
I did, because
It's that time. You shall be coming together.
Yeah.
Could Be Better is hosted by Rob Conlon and Jay Dewey, and is produced and edited by Jay Dewey. Theme music by Ben Sound. Subscribe today on Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you get your podcasts, or listen at couldbebetterpodcast.com. Want some free Could Be Better stickers or posters? Email us at couldbebetterpodcast@gmail.com. You can also follow the guys on Facebook and Instagram.
New plan.
You got the new plan? Where you?
Des Moines.
Des Moines.
Yeah.
Dude, I have family in Iowa. We're doing it.
Road trip.
It's only 13 hours to Iowa City, and then like another 2 hours to Des Moines. But we'll all hang out with Michael's family, and we'll tell them all about how we're going to go to Des Moines and crash this sex pit on the front lawn of these guys' house, and how then we're going to be invited to edit the magazine because we're super duper respectful.